everyone, it's Megan and welcome back to DIYs by Megan. So today I'm going to do a little bit of video different than what I usually do. It's not a DIY or a cooking video. I'm going to be doing a should I take photography 1 review, basically. So last year I decided to take photography 1. Now obviously I'm in high school, so this is, I don't know. If you have the opportunity to take photo, you get what I'm saying. I'm just going to review the course and what I learned from it and if you should take it or not. So yeah, so I do not want to make this intro any longer. If you want to know if you should take photography or not, keep watching the video. Please don't forget to hit that like button for me, comment down below, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get on in. So first thing I'm going to talk about is the overall course. So if you're lucky enough, if you go to a school that offers Photo 1 and offers photography course, I would take it. A little disclaimer, it is kind of expensive because you do have to have a 35mm camera and then you do have to have a digital SLR. So if you don't have those can be kind of expensive. I was able to take it because we have the camera. So yeah. Though having said that, it is worth the money. I'm in Photo 2 right now. So, I'm gonna show you what we did, and I think this was one of the very first thing we did in Photo 1 was we built a pinhole camera. And yes, this is a camera. This is my pinhole camera that we made in Photo 1. Obviously we didn't have to pay for this, but we did have to pay a $40 class fee. But that's for my school. Your school may have it or may not. It just depends on if your school, what your requirements are for your school. So, and also what I'm saying, your school may or may not do. This is just what my school did and my experience with taking photography. So the first thing we did was we made a pinhole camera, and essentially what this is it's a oatmeal container that we decoupaged with lots of different things. That's me when on my 10th birthday, when we went to Disney World, we went to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and I got the whole set done when I was 10 years old. And we were told to pick a theme for the outside, and so of course I did Disney. So of course I have like everything. There's me, my mom, and my dad when I was 10 years old. And so yeah. So the inside of this is just, all the pinhole camera is it's an oatmeal container, and the inside's black. Because you're going to learn in Photo 1, in order to make a photo, you need dark. If your paper gets exposed, then you're going to get white light everywhere. Well, it's going to turn black once it goes in the chemicals. So it's called a pinhole camera because you lift this up. And this is black electrical tape. There's a pinhole right there. And that's what's used. The light comes in and it's projected backwards. So yeah. So you will learn how to make this and how to use it. So let's look at my big binder. This one weighs like 5 pounds. This is my binder for Photo 1. Very thick. Let's see. So here I kept my warm-ups, and to start off, we learned what photography is, and this was the very first warm-up we ever did, and I'm going to read it. It says, warm-up. Photography is important because you use it to remember important events and sentimental things. Also, models use it for photo shoots. You can also use it for artifacts and information. It was created in the 1900s. The last photo I took was at my house last night, and me and my dad. So that's what we did. And you'll learn these things called principles, art principles. So you're gonna learn everything. You're gonna learn the basics of photo in Photo 1. You're gonna learn how to roll film. you're gonna learn how to process it, and you're gonna learn how to make a print. Now, if you're lucky enough, you have a dark room in your house. Not so lucky. I don't have one. We used to when I was like 10 years before I was born. So yeah. So you're gonna learn what a camera obscure is. You're gonna learn dry plate photography. You're gonna learn what the pinhole camera is, and how it works and everything. You're gonna learn, oh, I have to pop this in here. And you're gonna learn all about the aperture, the shutter, the simple version, the aperture simple version, and that. You're gonna learn how to take a photo with your pinhole camera. So these are actual photos I did, and I'm not opening this. These are actual photos I took with that pinhole camera. These are the actual photographs I took. Those are actual photos. Oh, I don't know what that was. Okay, let's see. Let's see, what else did we do? Oh yes, we also learned the very early photography about the Kodak and who George Eastman. So we created this thing. We had to create a poster of George Eastman of the Brownie camera. So I created this. I'm gonna go camera down a little bit. So I created this. It says, you press the button, we'll do the rest. And that was the very first Brownie that was affordable. And I said, because it's fast and affordable, it's so easy, a kid can do it. It's convenient, it's fun. I can't read that. And I said, this is the best camera ever. So we created an ad for it. And then we learned what this little doohickey is. I forgot what it's called. Oh, by the way, the grade I got on that was a 46 out of 50. So we learned how to use I forget what it's called. You had to use it practically every damn photo. So we learned what it was. Oh, enlarger. So you learn what the enlarger is, what the parts are. You learn the different parts. You learn how to use it, and then we go into printing. So after you learn what the basics, the baby basics are, you're gonna learn how to take a photograph, how to turn your photo into your negative into a positive. And I don't mean numbers like -1, -2, your negatives, because what I showed you, those photos, they're negatives. You're gonna learn how to make a test strip for a paper negative. So yeah. And you're gonna learn very quickly in photo 1 that you want to use test strips. If you do not use test strips, you are going to go through photo paper, and photo paper is not cheap. It is like $100 for maybe 150 sheets of it. Not even that much. I think it's like $100 for 100 sheets of paper. I don't know. My parents paid a lot of money for it. So yeah. So we have how to make a paper negative. And here's my very first negative to a positive. So you're going to learn what the negative is, and then you're going to learn what the positive. And this is actually a setting on your phone. If you have an Apple phone, or even if you have a smartphone, you can do this. You can turn your positive into a negative. That's what the negative looks like, and that's what the positive looks like. And then that's my test strip. So you're going to learn how to do that. And I got a A 15. What was the grade I got that? Dang. Now that I'm looking at this, I did horrible. How did I get a 34 out of 70? I don't know. So I got a 30 out of 30 on this. Maybe I should pay more attention. So yeah. Oh yeah. Here's this thing we did. How to step inside how to develop the image. So yeah. So yeah. So you're gonna learn how. Dang it, this video is 9 minutes long. Okay, I'm just gonna have two versions. I'm gonna have a long version and I'm gonna have a short version. Okay. So yeah. Okay. And then you're gonna learn how to take your photos with your 35mm camera. And we had to make a manual. We're gonna make a manual for camera. So that's what this is. And here are all the test strips I made for one part. So I'm gonna show you. So, I don't exactly remember how this happened. I don't remember. I think I took it. I think it was a bad test strip, and so I just took it out. I didn't even worry about it or anything. Here's. What is that? That's a test strip. And then this is my very first roll of film that I actually rolled and developed. So you're gonna learn what touch spots are. Not too bad for my first roll. Let's see. And you're gonna, let's see, I only have 1, 2, 3. 3 touch spots. 4. That's not too bad for my first roll. So yeah. Oh, that is touch spot, I was about to say. Yeah, new touch spots. I did better in photo 1 than I did in photo than I'm doing in photo 2. You know, it's really ironic how you do better something the first year, then you go around and do it the second time and you're worse. That is really ironic. I don't have my rolls with me, what I've done, but I will tell you, they do not look this good. So yeah, and then we made contact sheets. That's a contact sheet. I got a 45 out of 50. No name. Incorrect. Turn in. Yeah. Yeah, I did really good. Oh, also this image right here. I don't know if you can see it. I think I printed it. I called that one the mole tree. I don't know why. 49. What should you take off for? At least 20. Come on. Let's see. Past due. So yeah. Oh wow. And then the first time we had to do this. Which was, this is for the only first roll. We wrote down what our things were. Okay. Here is my first print, and I will take it out and show it to you. The first print I ever printed. And I always keep my stuff in order. Oh, dang it. This was the first print I ever made. It's not very good, but this is the first print, and this is my friend. I'm not going to show your name because I don't know if she'd appreciate that, but that's my very first print, and I got a 34 out of 40 on that. Alright. So you are going to learn the principles and everything, so I found another image that I really liked. I think this was one of them. Oh yeah, this was one. This is another one that I really liked. I got my shoes, and that's my dog Bella, and that's Tiger. Yeah, we did a lot of film in photo 1. This year we're focusing more on the digital aspect. Oh, this is my favorite print I think I've ever done. So this print was actually taken in my backyard because we have a river in our backyard, and this is actually one of my favorite ones. And I think I liked it so much because there's like animal prints and it's like my shoes, and this one was for a day in my life. So I did a day in the life of a pair of shoes. Don't know really what I was thinking, but I guess I was thinking day in the life pair of shoes. Like you go out and you take a pair of shoes. Like what would shoes do? Well, you're walking, so I kind of am like walking like a person walker. I got a 35, as you can see. And then that's another contact sheet. So, let's see. Photo 1 final exam. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna show you why you create test strips. If you don't create test strips, these are literally the same images. How long is this video? 15 minutes long, good grief. Okay. These are the same images over and over and over and over again. It's like 4 sheets wasted. You will go through it quick. This is why you do test strips. If your teacher says make test strips, listen to her. Don't be stupid. Because you will go through a lot of paper if you don't make test strips. Test strips are like this big and they will not, Okay. Let's see, so we did our final exam and then we had assignment number 3, portraits. And, let's see. This is my portrait roll. That's portrait roll. And portraits, power notes. So you're gonna learn, let's see, what do we do in here? So we learned the 3 different types of portraits. There's the formal, the informal, and the artistic portrait. And, yeah. This was the one that I actually turned in, by the way. Actual contact sheet that I turned in. If you wanna see. I'll probably post pictures to my Instagram. I'll probably post better pictures. Yeah, Wall of Fame. Again. Oh, here's the one that won me Wall of Fame. This is the one portrait I got 100 on. I honestly think this is one of my favorite photos that is Bella. Did you have to drink so much? Okay, this is honestly one of my favorite photos I ever did, and this is the one, my teacher did something called Wall of Fame, and that was where everyone came around and they basically judged you on your portrait. So if you liked it, you'd put tally mark. You get 3 votes. Vote 1, you vote for that picture. I had pretty much everyone in the class voted for this one, and I made it to the Wall of Fame for the second round, and I came in, I think it was 3rd place on that one. So I got 100, if you don't believe me. 40 out of 40. That's 100. So yeah, I really like this print, and this is one again that I did not do test strips for, and I always like 10 sheets of paper. Not good. That's the one photo I got 100 on. Why is it so hard to get 100? And I'm not hating on my teacher. I love my teacher. My photo teacher is like the best teacher ever. She's my #1 favorite teacher in the world right now. Oh wait, here. So here we did. So we did something. We had to create a PowerPoint or what assignment was this for? Oh, 47 out of 50. So we did something. forget what the assignment was called. But anyways, I decided to be really ambitious and actually make a hardcover book. So I did Book O Portraits. So yeah, I literally made a hardback book. No joke. Book O Portraits. Let's see. We have the close-up. We have the silhouette. We have the figure going off 3 sides of the view. We have the group shot, which that's the thing. So I think my teacher's just doing around. And if you're wondering, yes, that is the Duggars. Then we did section of the body. Did torso. And then we did props and emotion. And I did this one because it's just something been, and they're so like they're recording at the time. They're not even engaged. But they're just, they don't have physical connection yet. You can see the love that they have for each other in their eyes. I love, this is one of my favorite photos ever of them, just because it's so innocent. You can see the love between them. Yeah, it's not physical. They're not touching. You know, I love this picture. I think it's really sweet. That's true love. So that's why, that's one of my favorites photos of the Duggars ever, and one of my favorite photos actually, because, you know, you see the innocence between them, and it's not physical connection, I mean, look at them. Okay, let me go back. Anyways, this isn't about the Duggars, this is about, so yeah. And then the coolest photo ever. I just thought this was cool. It's like she's kicking something. I don't know. Photo 1 and then the end. Yeah. That's my book of portraits. So I think that's really it. Also, like, another thing, you can have a good experience with photo 1 or a bad experience. I think a lot of my kids in the class liked it. Some of them didn't like it because you spend a lot of time in the darkroom and it's so hard to get that perfect print. I'm gonna be honest, it's not on the first try that you're gonna get your perfect print. It's not, you're not gonna get it on your first time. Let's see. We also learned about we learned how to set up, we learned the tools of the trade. We learned what how to create an ad. We learned a lot of early photography. So, like who William Fox Talbot and Louis Daguerre are. We learned what 10 types in wet plate photography. We learned about George Eastman. We did, she did a lot of history with it. I think that was cool. So yeah. And you also learned the values. I think I forgot that. You learn a lot of them. I know this video is going like an hour of TV show, but I don't know. So yeah, so that's really, you know. So I guess that's really it. Depending on who you get as your photo teacher, you're gonna love photo or you're not. I got lucky. I love my photo teacher. I think she's the best teacher ever. I had a lot of fun in photo 1, and that's why I signed up to do photo 2. Even though photography is not really that easy, you do get to do chemicals. Some schools do color photography, and my school doesn't, although we are learning how to hand it right now, which just started today. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, I like, another reason I wanted to do this video is because I wanted to go back and look at my stuff, and I wanted to share with you what we actually did. And if you're thinking about doing photography, and you want to do it, you want to take the class, definitely take it, because these are skills that you're going to need later in life. This isn't like science or history that you're not going to need later in life. If you want to be a photographer, then take the class, because these are things that you're going to need to know. You're going to need to know about the camera, the aperture, all that stuff. Even though the class itself isn't that cheap, it's worth it. Photo 2, we went on a field trip. You go on field trips in Photo 2, and that's with my teacher. Like I said, your teacher may be different. Your teacher may say, okay, we're going on every field trip. She may say, we're not going on any field trips your whole 3 years of photo. There's Photo 1, Photo 2, Photo 3, and then there's AP. So, 4 photo classes to take. And you also have honors, too. Photo 1's an honors, but Photo 2, 3 is honors. And then AP is a college class. So, yeah. So, if you're serious, if you do want to take photography, and you want to do it for a living, definitely go take it. Even if you don't want to do it for a living, like me, I don't know if I'm going to do it for a living. I'm just doing it because it's fun and I love doing it. So, even if you don't want to do it for a career, I definitely would consider taking it, because it is a lot of fun. It can be frustrating, but look at it this way. Everything can be frustrating. I would definitely suggest taking the class. There's pros and cons on both sides. Cons cost a lot of money. 2, it can be frustrating when your prints don't come out the way you want them to be. 3, you can't find places to shoot, because you're gonna have to go out and shoot, take pictures. Yeah. And 4, depending on the teacher that you get, you may or may not like it. Cons. It is a lot of fun. You get to go out and take pictures. It's very, very creative. My electives this year are Photo 2 and 3D design. I mean, I'm a very creative person. I love being creative. I mean, I run a YouTube channel, DIYs by Megan. How can I not be a creative person? 3, you get to see your work that you create, and it's like, wow, you created that. It's amazing. The feeling that you get when you complete a photograph is amazing. 4, it's just overall fun. I mean, so yeah. So if I were you, I would definitely consider taking the class. You will learn a lot in Photo 1, and you're going to learn the basics, and in Photo 2, here's a little preview. I didn't complete the whole course, but Photo 2, we definitely do a lot more digital work. We do the online, we do Photoshop, we do digital. We're learning how to hand tint and sepia tinting. We learn a lot more complicated techniques than Photo 2. So, yeah. I'm not going to do, next year I'll do the review on the Photo 2. So, what I think. But Photo 1, definitely take it. If you're interested, take it. And I know I'm repeating myself, but you know what, that's okay. So, yeah. So, that's pretty much it, I guess, for this video. Definitely, if you're considering taking photo, take it. You're going to love it. If you had the teacher I had, and shout out to Miss Bernash, so shout out. You love it. So, yeah. So please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below if you'd like to see how I made this. Like if you're sick for a couple days and you don't know how to make it, I'll show you how to make it. Comment down below. If I don't get a lot of comments or likes, I probably won't do the video on how to make one, just because it is time consuming. It takes about a couple 5 hours to make this, because the paint has to dry. The back paint, we have about 5 coats in there. So yeah, I will make it if you want me to. So also don't forget to follow me on my social media, Instagram and Pinterest and Twitter. Those links will be in the down bar below. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.